Kensi again, and today I'm going to be teaching you a switch arabesque leap. So to start off, here is a little bit of background on a switch arabesque leap. So the switch arabesque is a variation of the regular arabesque leap and can be considered the more complicated version of it. So the switch arabesque begins like how a regular switch leap begins, but it ends with a regular arabesque leap. So before we begin, I would like to point out a few things that one must keep in mind while learning this movement. So the first is to always keep an open mind and to be willing to take risks and believe in the outcome. The other is to imagine a regular arabesque leap while learning this. One major factor of this movement is to glide through the air and also appear as though you're about to perform a different movement, and then quickly switch your legs around and perform an arabesque leap. So to begin, I'm going to have my assistant Kylie demonstrate what we'll be learning today, and then I'm going to break it down into a few simpler pieces in order for you to more easily learn it. But first, please clear a large enough area to be able to move in, and make sure that there's nothing hanging above you that you can hit your head on. I also recommend that you take off any of your socks and your shoes to avoid slipping, and due to space limitations, we will mainly be focusing on the standing switch arabesque leap. However, this leap can also be performed as any other arabesque leap. Okay, to begin, we're going to have my assistant Kylie demonstrate a switch arabesque leap. So without further ado, so that is what we are going to be learning today. So to start out, I'm going to start by breaking it down into a few separate pieces. Now for this, we are going to be learning a right switch arabesque leap. However, if you feel more confident on your left side, you are more than welcome to learn it on your left side. You will just begin on the opposite side and with the opposite legs and arms that I'm saying. So to start off, we're going to come stand on over here, and we are going to begin by putting our right foot out in front of us in our fifth position. So to start, I'm just going to go through the basics of how to do a regular arabesque leap. And so if you already know this and feel confident with this, feel free to fast forward into when I get into the switch arabesque leap. However, if you feel like you need another explanation or just a little reminder of what it is, you feel free to watch and move along with us. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start by just walking through a regular arabesque leap. We're only going to do our legs for right now, so don't worry about your arms at all. So to begin, once again, you're going to put your right foot in front of you and your fifth position. So now, when you do your arabesque leap, you're going to take your right foot out in front of you and take a step right in front of you. So the next movement, what you're going to do is you're going to lift your left leg out in front of you, straight out in front of you at a 90-degree angle that is directly parallel to the floor. Now for this, you want to make sure that your knee is straight and that it is turned out, and that your foot and your toes are very pointed. So the next step in an arabesque leap, what you're going to do is you're going to move your hips up and over and land in a regular back arabesque position. So you can come down. So one thing that we really want to focus on when we go through this is, especially after we switch our hips around, is that if you will go back into that position again, and switch around. So one thing we want to focus on is that our bottom foot is very turned out and that our hip is not facing the side, that our hip is down, but also that our knee is facing the side. So you want to make sure that your leg, sorry, you can come down. You want to make sure that your leg is turned out, but that your hips are not facing the side, but instead are facing the front. So now we're just going to walk through our arabesque just with our legs. So if you want to go ahead, you're going to begin, with your right foot in front of you in a fifth position. Now you're going to take a step and bring your left leg out in front of you. Then you're going to switch around and land in an arabesque and close down. So feel free to pause the video and practice that a few times until you feel very confident with that. Now we're going to move on to adding our arms along with that. So we're going to begin with our right foot in front of us in our fifth position. You're going to have your arms in a low first position. So now when you take your step out, your arms are still going to be in that first position. Then when you lift your leg up in front of you, you can put your leg down for right now. You are going to have your left arm reaching out in front of you. You want your fingers to be in line with your nose. They can be a little lower than that if you would like, but make sure they're pretty much right in line with your nose. Now, for your right arm or your back arm, you are going to want to make sure that it is behind you and that it is parallel to the ground or parallel to your leg. So you don't want it too far down, but you also don't want it too far in the air. So now, when you go through your arabesque, you're going to have your leg up in the air. And then when you switch over, when you switch your hips over to go into your back arabesque, your arms, you can put your leg down, your arms are going to switch as well. So now your back arm is going to be behind you, or your left arm, excuse me, is going to be behind you. You want to make sure your arm is straight and that it is parallel to the ground. Then your right arm, which is going to be the one in front of you, you want to make sure that your fingers are in line with your nose and that it is directly in front of you. So now we're going to go back to the beginning. Now we're going to walk through a regular arabesque leap with both our arms and our legs. So going through, you're going to start with your right foot in front of you in 5th position and your arms in your 1st position. Now you're going to step in front of you with your right foot and bring your arms up along with your left leg. Then you're going to swing your hips around and switch your arms and land in a regular arabesque position and come down. Now we're going to go through that a little bit faster, so a little more of a fluid movement with it. So we're going to go ahead. Once again, start as always, right foot in front of you in 5th position. And you're going to go ahead and take your step and arms up, switch it over and down. Very good. So now our last time, we're just going to do a regular arabesque at normal speed. So no slowing down, just complete straight movement. So we're going to go ahead. And once again, there you go, just like that. So now that we've pretty much mastered a regular arabesque, we're going to move on to our switch arabesque. So you're going to go ahead and start on this side, except this time, instead of having your right foot in front of you in 5th position, you're going to have your left foot in front of you. So we're just going to begin by walking through our legs only, so don't worry about your arms for right now. So what you're going to do in the beginning is you're going to take your left foot and you're going to step it right out in front of you. So you're going to step onto your leg, then you're going to brush your right foot out straight in front of you. Now for this, you can keep it at a 45-degree angle, or you can go all the way up to a 90-degree angle where you feel comfortable. So we're going to drop her down to a 45-degree angle. And now, what you're going to do to begin to walk through this is you're going to go up on Su-Su, except you're going to slide your legs so that it's right next to your other one. So your legs are pretty much going to be parallel, facing forward, right next to each other, except you're going to be facing the side. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your left foot and bring it up into an arabesque, a front arabesque, and then switch it over just like a regular until you land down. Perfect. So we're going to walk through that one more time. So you're going to start with your left leg out in front of you. You're going to take a step and brush your right foot up to a 45-degree angle. Go to Su-Su, then bring your other foot up and switch it over, and you're going to land in plie for this one. So you want to make sure that you land in plie because that is how you're going to be landing your jump. So now we're going to walk through it with the arms. So we're going to come back over and we're going to walk it through with the arms. So you're going to start with your left leg in front of you, arms once again in your low 1st position. Then when you step on it, you're going to keep your arms here. When you brush your right leg in front of you, you're going to keep your arms in this 1st position. However, when you come to Su-Su and begin to bring your leg in front of you, your arms are going to change, just out. And then when you switch over, your arms are like normal, switching your arms as well, along with your feet. So now we're going to walk it through with both our legs and our arms very slowly. So, starting from the beginning, you're going to put your left foot in front of you, arms down. You're going to take a step and brush your leg in front of you, then switch it to Su-Su. Move your arms, your legs, and switch it over, landing in plie. Good. So now we're going to go through that once again a little bit faster this time. So, I'm going to go ahead and start at the beginning, your left leg in front. You're going to take a step, bring your leg up, drop it down, just like that. time. You can do it over as many times as you need until you feel comfortable and confident with it. Now we're going to move on to our next progression, which is adding a little bit of a jump into it so you can get the idea of a full arabesque, switch arabesque leap, excuse me. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start just like normal with our left leg in front of us. And then this time when you step, we're just going to walk through the arms now, or just walk through the legs, excuse me. You're just going to walk through your legs. So you're going to start with your left foot in front of you. You're going to take a step on your left foot. This time, when you bring your right leg in front of you onto your 45-degree angle, when you go to susu, instead of just stepping onto it, you're going to jump onto your leg a little bit and switch from facing one side all the way to facing the other side. So Kylie is going to demonstrate that for us. All the way over, just like that. So then what your other leg, your left leg, will be doing with that is once you're switching leg, or your right leg, once you jump onto it, your left leg or your back leg will be slowly switching over and lifting into a regular arabesque as you plie. So once again, if she'll just walk through it, walking through what it's going to look like. So stepping, swinging your right leg, jumping over. So just to break it down one last time, you'll come back over here. So you're going to start with your left foot in front of you. You're going to take a step onto your left foot, swing your right leg out in front of you, jump onto your right leg, and slowly bring your left leg up as you plie down. Now your arms are going to be the same as before. So you're going to begin in that low first position. You're going to take a step onto it, still in first position. When you swing your leg up, it's going to stay in first. When you jump onto it, your legs are slowly going to start breaking out into your arabesque position, just like that. So now we're going to walk through it with our arms and our legs a little bit faster. So going from the top, you're going to start with your left leg in front of you, arms down. You're going to take a step onto it and switch your legs, jump down, just like that. So now for our next progression, we're going to move on to a full jump. So starting back and walking through there, instead, this time, when you would just do a slight little jump onto it, this time you're going to do a full jump onto it. So what you're going to do is you're going to start just like normal with your left foot in front of you in fifth position. Then you're going to take a step onto your left foot, and this time when you swing your leg up, you're going to make sure that you have a big enough jump that you can swing your left leg all the way out into arabesque before you land. So Kylie's going to demonstrate a full arabesque for us, or a full switch arabesque for us. So as you can see, on our last progression, when we were just doing our little jump, when we landed is when we brought our leg up into arabesque. But for this, when you do a full jump, you want your leg to hit arabesque before you hit the ground. So once again, she's going to demonstrate that. So you're going to start with your left foot in front of you, and then go ahead, take a step, switch, and down. There we go. So I think that is it for our switch arabesque for today. I hope you guys had so much fun, and yeah, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.